So one of the things I thought I would be missing once moving to Brunswick was water. And I am so happy to say that Brunswick is surrounded by beautiful beaches and water. When I thought about Georgia, I thought that it would be woods and tumbleweeds and one traffic light. And I'm so happy to say I'm wrong. I mean, you guys, look at this gorgeous marina. I can look at this view all day.
Hey guys, I'm Michael.
And I'm Cece.
I'm Lavinia.
And I'm Christy. And we are
We Buy Houses 912 LLC.
Hey guys, so in 2013 when I met Michael, he told me that he was from a small town called Brunswick, Georgia. And I asked him two questions. Where is Brunswick and how far is that from Atlanta? When we moved here 3 years after that in 2016, I fell in love with this city, and here's why.
I'm Michael Patterson, owner of We Buy Houses 912 LLC. And I'm from Brunswick. I moved away for a while. I lived in Florida for 13 years. And I can honestly admit, while living in Brunswick, I did not see the opportunity that Brunswick has. But this is why I love Brunswick. When I moved back to Brunswick, I saw it as a slowly developing city. Now that development is starting to rise up. It's starting to become a lot faster now. So when I look around Brunswick, I don't look and say Brunswick doesn't have this, Brunswick doesn't have that, Brunswick doesn't have this. I look and say, how can I bring this to Brunswick? And because Brunswick doesn't have a lot of things that the major cities does, when you bring that to the city, then what's gonna happen? The revenue begins to follow. So when I look at Brunswick, man, it's an open landscape. It is nothing but a field of opportunity, and that's what I love. The opportunities. When I lived in Miami and I lived in Fort Lauderdale, if you took the time right now and you think, what can I add to Miami? What can I add to Fort Lauderdale? The answer really was nothing. Those cities are thriving in a way where they don't even need a theme park, right? So I come back to Brunswick and I see a lot of openings. I see a lot of gaps where we can come in and fulfill it. There are apartment complexes that are going up in different parts of the city. Brunswick is not an apartment town. When I grew up, you saw a lot of single-family homes. You're starting to see those things come around now. You have old, dilapidated buildings that are starting to get tore down, and they have new things that are coming into those places. And the city has already approved these plans, and that's what I'm excited about. I guarantee you, in the next 5 to 10 years, when you look at Brunswick, you won't recognize it. So here we are, guys, at the historic Crest building. If you're from Brunswick, you remember, I know I used to come and get my candy over here at the store. That's another story. But anyway, so they're starting to invest in this building. Actually, the building is already purchased. Right now, the occupants is Wells Fargo.
So imagine this building behind me being totally revamped. What you see, you will not see in the year 2021. At the bottom of this building, it's going to have businesses at the bottom and condos at the top. Aren't you excited about that, babe?
Super duper excited.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's good because, you know, the plan for the city is to bring in as many condos and apartment style living into the city of Brunswick. And so what that does is it's going to allow you to have foot traffic, because individuals who are living up top in the apartments or the condos, they're going to have to come downstairs, and as they come downstairs, they're going to be able to patronize the businesses.
Exactly. And so Brunswick has already started plans on how they can increase the foot traffic, and what better way to do that than by doing it with real estate. So when you talk about First Friday, you guys, there's already hundreds of people that come to First Friday every single month, but now imagine having First Friday every single week. So you are going to see a brand new Brunswick.
So yeah, I just want to talk about, you know, some things that we've talked about privately as far as what we can add to the city, because I know for us, our focus is primarily in the space of real estate and entertainment, you know, and so I just want to talk about that a little bit, because I believe that we really have to reimagine Brunswick, And so you have a lot of houses that are here that are torn down that nobody wants to touch.
Right.
But I don't think they realize is you can get property in Brunswick right now. I'm talking about just the land, the dirt, for $3,000.
Exactly.
$5,000.
Exactly.
$6,000. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Right.
And what I've noticed is that the people that really hold the value or see the jewel that Brunswick is, they live out of town.
Right.
You know?
Right. And not only that, but a lot of people, you know, that are from here, they want to move to the north side of town. So they're giving up the south side. And then, you know, there's issues of gentrification. But the reality is that those areas are being abandoned.
Right.
So you make it easier for investors to come in and take over those neighborhoods.
Because what I'm seeing is, like, I see the African American community wanting to go to the north side.
Right.
And I'm seeing the Caucasian community.
Or the Mexicans.
Yeah, wanting to go to the south side.
Right.
And so you see the switch that's happening. And so you're starting to see the south side, just like over by Glen Academy. If you go over there, it's like a little oasis.
Yeah.
A guy built, I don't even know how many cottages that he built there and put like right in the hood.
Right in Dixville.
Yeah. Well, not quite in Dixville.
Well,
Excuse me, almost there.
streets over.
Yeah, exactly. So like having it like right there. So here's the thing that people really gotta understand. It's like you can make the hood not be the hood.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Like I understand you love your neighborhood and all of that. That ain't gonna never change. But you could definitely beautify it.
Absolutely.
And I think people have to change their mindsets when it comes to gentrification because they think that gentrification is based on color.
Exactly.
And it's really based on the improvement of the neighborhood. It's not, if you look up the definition, it don't have nothing to do with kicking all the black people out
Exactly.
and raising the rents. That's
Exactly.
not what gentrification is. You check out the definition
And
you
we
see what it
even,
is.
yeah, and to your point, I mean, we've said in
I'm gonna look it
several.
up while you're saying it. Go ahead.
So to your point, we've even said in several city meetings,
Yes.
and they are hungry for business in this neighborhood. Like there was a gentleman who opened up a flooring tile shop on North Street, and I mean the city about like gave a red ribbon cutting. Like they
Right.
were just so
They
happy.
did have a red ribbon cutting.
They were just so happy to have a business on that street. And it's not necessarily because, you know, people need tile. It's just because there was a business there and they need the money so they can, you know, the taxes from that business can support the city.
Yep.
And literally, if you do not have businesses, your city will become bankrupt.
Yep.
And so we need those dollars circulating in these areas.
Yep.
And the other thing about it too is you think about the north side of town, like those houses are pretty much not gonna change. Like the style that they have now is the style you're gonna see the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Whereas on the south side, all those houses that, you know, just been sitting for years and years, you can tear them down and rebuild whatever you want. A lot of them are wood frame houses, so you can create whatever design, you know, you want, you know, whatever design you desire. And you can mix it up and add to it, take away. I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah.
Because like our first property that we bought in Brunswick was on Wolf Street, and we paid a whole $7,000 for everything.
Yeah.
And we had the nerve to buy it on seller finance. We paid $132.10 a month. On the house, right?
Yes.
But so I looked at the definition, gentrification, and so the process of renovating and improving a house or district so that it conforms to middle class taste. Nothing to do with color.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with color.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say, coming from a bigger city like Miami, like I see what the end result is, and I'm seeing it in Brunswick, and
Right.
people they missing the wave. like when I grew up, there was an area called Wynwood that was like the hood. Like nobody went over there for real. It was, you know, considered the ghetto.
Right.
Well, now Wynwood is beautiful. I mean,
It
people
is.
from all over the world come to Wynwood, and they literally made it into an art district.
Yeah.
And that to me could be North Street.
Oh, definitely.
And so it's just, and they have eateries. I mean, they have all these restaurants, live music, concerts, graffiti art everywhere. Like people come, this like a really artistic hub.
Yeah.
And just people love the vibe. They love the live music, the poetry, and you just had people who had a vision, and they took an area that was not very popular and they made it something that now makes millions of dollars.
And what I've noticed too is like, so a lot of people have moved from South Florida to Brunswick. Like that's our biggest demographic of people moving to Brunswick, or people that are from South Florida. And when you have conversations with them, they're like, man, there's so much opportunity here.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is it that they see the opportunity and the locals are not seeing opportunity? And that's the thing, is like, you got to invest in your city. Like, you got to make your city hot. Stop saying, man, they need to have this, they need to have this. Why you ain't bringing it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, find a way to bring that to here, or just create it if it ain't here.
Exactly.
Create your own, whatever that is.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, we know that Brunswick lacks a certain level of entertainment, and so we're working right now to bring entertainment to Brunswick where it's consistent.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
And safe too.
Yeah,
exactly. It ain't gonna be no
Definitely
crazy.
Safe. Definitely safe.
We ain't having that.
Yeah. So that's the mindset there. Is like, you got to be able to make yourself hot, make your city hot.
Yeah.
You know, for positive reasons. You know, we're not trying to make any list that's negative. We're trying to make it pop for everything positive. So when I think about like areas like Dixville, you know, that's where I grew up at. I came home from the hospital in Dixville. So that's why I came home from the hospital on MLK. So when I look at that neighborhood, a lot of people have been promising renovations in Dixville, and you really don't have any, you know, except for Cleburne Street. I've noticed a change of Cleburne Street. But you mean to tell me in 30 years or 36 years, because that's how old I am, in 36 years, nobody has done anything? Well, We Buy Houses 912 LLC, I guarantee you, you will see us buying more property in Dixville. The houses that need to be torn down, tearing them down.
Yes.
And then building new structures, whether it's small apartments or beautiful single family homes.
Right. And to your point, we don't take no for an answer. There was somebody that we had shared an idea with that, you know, worked as a city official.
Yeah.
And we had shared with them the idea of making, what is it called? When you are basically like subsidized housing. And this is done in South Florida as well, where people are living on oceanfront, you know, apartments, paying maybe $600, and then the rest of it is subsidized by the government. And I was like, yeah, you know, we could do something like that here in Brunswick. And they was like, that can't happen here. Brunswick ain't ready for that. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
And I said to myself, oh, watch me. We gonna make it happen.
Mandatory.
And so that's who we are. We make it happen. We don't wait for anybody. We don't wait on the next political move to be made in order to structure how we work.
Yeah.
We will use our own dollars to make things come to fruition.
Yeah, and people, please understand that Brunswick is not a human. You understand?
Exactly.
Brunswick needs to. No, Brunswick don't need to do nothing. You need to do something, Brunswick. You feel me?
Yes.
Like, you are Brunswick. So if Brunswick ain't popping in your mind, because it is actually around the world. But if Brunswick not popping in your mind, it's literally your mindset. You know what I'm saying? So don't wait for city officials to do anything like that.
Exactly.
Man, get out there, get it going, build your business, do your business well.
Yes.
And people will come, people will support. If nobody's coming to your business, then learn how to market.
Absolutely.
Learn how to market.
Absolutely.
So that's my spiel for today on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why Brunswick?
Yep. So guys, we're gonna go out to some properties and just join us out there.
Come check us out.
Yeah.
So like you notice right here, these are all beautiful historic homes. And then as soon as you make a left, the scenery changes real quick.
Yeah. But you know, I love it though. So like, you take these houses right here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. And so, you know, if you were to take these houses, nobody lives in them, right? The city about to fall down.
Exactly.
So you can actually go ahead and knock them down. Knock these houses down. You don't have to do anything kicking anybody in the community. Knock these houses down. And then what you could do is you can start to build new houses there, or you can have a small apartment complex that you could put there, and you could probably can house more people in the same community.
Exactly. So how much you think those houses over there would get on Section 8?
Depends on what you
go
do.
That route.
Yeah, it depends on what you do. You know, if you get it and really hook it up nice, and it's a brand new, I'm talking brand new, anywhere from 800 to 1,000, just depends on what you have. So, Lane Building Supply is the only business that's in this community. That's a shame.
It really is.
Yeah, it's been forever. Shout out to Lane, but we need more businesses to come into this community. So,
not to stop you there, but you know that's the house we flipped right here.
Yep, this is the house that we flipped. 2 years ago? Hispanic family.
Yep.
But you have these houses here, dilapidated. So this lot right here, you can get this lot, and it goes from the edge of that concrete sidewalk all the way to the back there. You can get that for $3,000. Now I know you can find $3,000. If you gotta find a friend or whoever, you can find $3,000.
Absolutely.
Oh, my bad. Here come the other business in Dixville. You got Dixville Package Store.
Package store. Y'all, I did not know what a package store was.
Yeah.
Until I moved to Brunswick.
So we saved your life, man. But you know,
package store.
yeah. So y'all know, if you know Brunswick, you know Dixville.
But you see, like these houses.
This is exactly what it look like.
Yeah. But you know, riding through this area, that's really what got us, you know, attached to wanting to do something.
Yeah.
Because you see the conditions. You got some houses that they got the sheets just hanging up where the door is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Tarp over the roof with no plans of ever actually fixing the roof.
Right. And the thing is that a lot of these people in this neighborhood, they don't own these houses. They rent the houses. And look at the condition that these houses are in, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people say, oh, no, I don't want to invest in anything like that. Well, that's where your mistake is at, because the best time to buy is right now.
Absolutely.
So when the properties are at a very, very low price and you can get them for dirt cheap and come in and improve the neighborhood, that's what you want to do. Come in and improve the neighborhood. And you don't have to be, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, or whatever. You need to get in this neighborhood. So then you got a park. The park is nice, you know. But then, you know, you got your usuals. You know, a lot of people here, they just, yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
So man, this is the type of stuff, you know.
Like when we ride through neighborhoods like this, we see nothing but opportunity.
Nothing but opportunity.
We don't just speed through these neighborhoods. We do what's called driving for dollars.
Yep.
Driving for dollars. A lot of absentee landlords, people who may have passed away, and they left the property to their children, and the children don't want anything to do with the houses. This is what these are our people right here.
Yep.
And you know, we don't want to just bury our money into these type of properties for tax write-offs. We want to actually do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this house here, someone still lives in that house, and someone has the audacity to collect the rent every month.
Yeah, man, it breaks your heart. I mean,
these houses are at a point where it's beyond repair. Knock them down, tear them down. You got a person here who's starting the project.
Started the project but never finished.
Yep.
And you know, Brunswick is a booming market. Like, it's a lot of people moving to this area. We were just talking about how in the morning time our son has to be at school at 7:30. And you guys, if we are not out the door by 7:05 to get him to school, we gonna be late. Because it's an area called 341. And when I tell you traffic, even in the short time I've been here, which has only been 3 years, I have seen a major increase in traffic.
Yep. Well, let me say this real quick. So that's Dixville. That's the hood, right?
Right.
But just one street over, you have this, right? You have historic homes that are beautiful. looking lovely, luscious. I'm telling you, it's looking nice.
Yep.
In comparison to the neighborhood that you just left, and it was just 1 block away. So it's like night and day, right? And we're gonna circle this block just so you can see. Now, just imagine with it being so close that you could put a little bit of money, into this community, and you can have that community looking like this.
Nice, beautiful homes.
And when it comes to the city ordinance and different things like that, you're not going to have to jump through a lot of hoops because they want you to build a building that's going to produce more, but that's more money on the tax roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But going back to that morning traffic, so again, that's another indicator that the city is growing. And guess what? We get phone calls every single day asking. I got messages right now on my phone, people asking me, do I have anything for rent? So finding people to rent from you is not a problem.
Yeah.
At all. Like,
easy.
We have our own waiting list that we had to create because we get so many phone calls a day.
Yep. Absolutely. So we want to show you guys an example of a guy who is from New Orleans. Actually, he's from New Orleans, and we want to show you what he built. He came to Brunswick with a fresh idea, and actually with the same idea that we're talking about. So sometimes people look at it and say, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" I'm gonna show you. So look at this, guys.
Beautiful.
This used to be the hood. All these were torn down houses a few years ago. So you can come and you can invest and you can build the same thing. Who said you gotta get a house and just remodel it? And
I think he's getting like what, $1,700 a month on one unit.
Yeah.
And the area we're in doesn't affect what he can make off of these cottages.
So if you grew up in Brunswick, you know this area, but man, you can't even recognize it anymore because it's changed that much.
All it takes is having a vision.
Yep. That's it. So here we are, guys. We're at an area, if you're from area, to the left of me is the Manor House, and this is the place where they feed the homeless, right? And then so behind us, we have some dilapidated homes. If you want to see what an ugly house looks like, this is what an ugly house looks like.
Yes.
Okay?
And we are so excited to share with you that this whole area is going to be different. So reimagine this here as tiny houses. Yes. So Veterans Village is going to be partnering with the city of Brunswick and making tiny homes. They're expecting to build 30 to 40 houses, breaking ground this year.
Yep. So we're very excited about that. This is a local nonprofit. I won't say their name, but it's a local nonprofit. They're actually going to be building structures from the ground up, brand new builds. So what you see behind us is not going to be here anymore. All this is going to be torn down.
Yes.
And if you grew up in Brunswick, you rode by and you saw these for many, many, many years. So all that's going to be torn down. Then also too, across the street, over on 8th Street, they're going to take it that way as well. So it's going to go. Yeah, it's fine. So it's going to go all the way over to 8th Street. And they're going to do it like in a square. So this side of the street and also that side of the street. So we're very excited about that. When you come down this way, it's going to have a totally different look.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be serving a purpose.
Absolutely. Transitional housing for veterans. Gotta love it. So you may be asking yourself, why Brunswick? Aside from the beautiful Sidney Lanier Bridge that you see behind me, Brunswick has had the best tourism since 2012. Every year, they keep breaking their own record.
In addition to that, Brunswick has the #2 port on the East Coast. A lot of the cars that you love to drive, BMWs and different things like that, they come in right through this port. We can go on and on and on and on and on, but Brunswick is doing very, very well financially, and the city is very, very strong.
And a little nugget for all of our investors out there, they also have Flexi right here in Brunswick, Georgia. So guess what that means? You have all of this influx of people coming in and out of the city, right? But the good thing about it is that the instructors have to stay a longer time. And you can charge upwards of $4,500 a month.
Yes. Yep, and did you know that Flea Tech, or what we call it here, or Flexi, is actually the largest law enforcement training center in the entire world. So that gives you a huge demographic to look at when you have that many people that's coming in. They literally come into here every single week. So they're coming in every week. They're looking for places to stay. They have the Flexi per diem, which pays you just like Section 8 pays you every single month. So,
On time.
On time, yes, absolutely. The only thing that's better than a payment is an on-time payment,
Come
right?
on, somebody.
So you have that to look at when it comes to making your money back. Also, you have a program which is also called VASH. So VASH is a program that's available for veterans that works just like Section 8, giving you guaranteed on-time payments. And so they come in, they do inspections, take good care of your property. And another thing is Airbnb. Right now we have an Airbnb property that's generating $5,000 per month, and that's for one property. 5 times 12 is 60. So we're talking $60,000 a year from that one property. We own others, but to show you what that one property does.
So much opportunity. And baby, don't forget traveling nurses. Brunswick only has one hospital.
Yes.
And so those traveling nurses need somewhere to go. So again, you got guaranteed income just by having that program right here in Brunswick.
Yes. The main thing about investing, anybody can invest in real estate, but when you invest, you got to have a game plan, something that's going to have you profitable as soon as possible. The days of waiting 5 years for a good return on investment is kind of out of the window. We're making our money back within the same year on the deals that we're getting on properties.
Cash on cash return.
Cash on cash return. So you guys, if you want to invest with us, which is what you should do, you know how to find us. 912-215-0061 or
912-223-6551.
Why Brunswick?
We buy houses 912. Ooh.